Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to our Canucks GM mode. So in last episode we had the trade deadline, which we made no trades in, and we simulated the remainder of the season, and we are facing the Anaheim Ducks in round 1. As you can see, their record was 41-32-9. Ours was 43-36-3, but they have home ice in this year. I guess they must have finished with a bit more points than us, or in a better divisional spot, some reason like that. And here is the playoff tree for round 1, so you guys could see. So we have Dallas in Colorado. St. Louis is looking for another cup as they face San Jose. Us in Anaheim, Calgary in Minnesota, Philadelphia and Columbus, Washington and Pittsburgh, Tampa Bay and Buffalo, and the Toronto Maple Leafs and the New York Rangers. So that is the NHL playoff stuff. Let's take a look at what Anaheim did this season in comparison to us, I guess. So during the regular season, in goals for per game average, Anaheim, where are they? I guess we were better than Anaheim in scoring goals. Yep. So Anaheim averaged 2.72 goals a game, while we averaged up here at 2.88. So we're a better offensive team, and we know that from last episode at the end, how I showed you the rosters. I think I did. I believe so. I don't even know. But yeah, so there's that. Goals against per game average. The Ducks were actually one of the best teams defensively. As you can see, they're 2.59 goals against per game. Us, we're down here at 2.72, so kind of close actually. And power play percentage, let's see, how is the Ducks power play? 18%, that's just a bit better than ours, so once again, we're pretty even with that sort of stuff. And then penalty kill, let's see, how did our penalty kill compare to theirs? So our penalty kill must have been better, yeah, 83.5, and Anaheim's was down here at 82.6, so if we could score some power play goals, maybe we could win this series as well. Shorthanded goals for, they were up here with 5. I saw, yeah. How much did we have? We had 4. So, yeah, this is a very close series. Their home record was 18-20-3, so they're not a good home team. We were very good on the road, and then they were very good on the road, 23-12-6, while we were really bad on the road. So yeah, it could be a pretty even series going into round number 1. Also, before we start off, let's just take a look at their player stats from the season, just because I want to kind of know what lines are doing what for them, and then we could shut down those lines. So the Anaheim Ducks, so Nick Ritchie led them in points as an 85, which is kind of weird, 59 points. So it's that first line with all the 50s. Okay. How's their defenseman? Did the defenseman put up a lot of points? Cam Fowler does and Lindholm does, but everybody else not as much. Okay. Good, Branson and Tanev didn't put up much points at all, so it's kind of good we traded those guys away. And then goaltending, John Gibson had 6 shutouts, 2.48 goals against the average, and a 921 save percentage. So yeah, this team's not the best team, so we should maybe be able to get past them. They're just like the Calgary Flames in a sense. Calgary wasn't that much better than us, I believe, when we played them a couple of years back. But let's see if we could actually get past them, past the team this year in round 1 and get on to the second round for the first time in this series. So at the Honda Center, game number 1, let's go. And first period is scoreless. Urbino shot 10-8, but it's a good defensive first period of hockey. Let's see if we could jump out to a lead, maybe going into the third. That would be huge. And we do. Nolan Patrick takes the lead for us with his first playoff goal, I think. Unless he played with us in the playoffs back in 2018-19, I think it was. So Nolan Patrick getting the first goal of the game. It was kind of early into the second period as well. And shots are dead even at 19 apiece. And wow, Nolan Patrick early to start the third. I literally just pressed X and he just scores right away. So Nolan Patrick makes it 2-0. But Max Jones fights back for the Ducks and it's 2-1. And Cole Castles on the third line makes it 3-1. It's nice. So Nolan Patrick having a 2-goal game. Cole Castles coming through with a clutch extra goal, and Ben Hutton gets an empty netter. So kind of good we didn't trade Ben Hutton as well, just because that empty netter was much needed, probably because they're getting probably a lot of offense in that zone. Shots at the end of the game were 33-29, and we won 4-1. Hopefully the series is like that too, and we win easily. So Nolan Patrick from Cole Castles and Breezeball. So Cole Castles actually picked up 2 points in game number 1. Nolan Patrick had his second goal from Virtanen and Shea Theodore. So Shea Theodore picks up an assist against his former team. Max Jones in from there, and Cole Castles from Stetcher, and then Ben Hutton from Nolan Patrick and Jake Virtanen. So Nolan Patrick with a 3-point night, more likely to first start a game. Yep. Thatcher Demko gets second star, and Cole Castles gets the third. Jake Virtanen also had 2 assists, I believe it said. Yep, so Virtanen 2 points, Castles 2 points, and Patrick 3 points. And then a couple other guys with 1 point. So pretty decent first game of the playoffs. Hopefully that can continue the rest of the series, and it's not just a one game and dry up or whatever. Hopefully our offense still could show up for multiple games, as we still won in Anaheim. Means we could potentially go up 3-1 even if we lose this game and we win both home games. That'd be nice. But we didn't have a very good home record, I think, during the regular season, if I remember correctly, or maybe it was the road record. Yeah, I think it might have been the road record. I don't even remember, because one season we had a very horrible one. So game 2, first period, and we got the first goal again. Evander Kane opens the scoring. Shots are 13-10 in favor of the Ducks. A really bad angle on that Kane goal. As you can see, it's right on the corner of the wall. I guess he just spun and fired a shot. Okay. Second period, and wow, 3-0 us. Our offense is continuing to show up here in Anaheim, as we only have 3 goals on 15 shots. We seem to be getting a John Gibson. They have 26 shots, but Demko is stoning them cold. Evander Kane now has 2 goals in this game, and then Mikael Granlund picking up a goal. So that's all the first line getting the offense in this game. So that is good news, because they did not show up at all last game, I think, because Nolan Patrick's on the second line, Castles is at the third line. So Demko's just shutting them down, and they get one. Whatever, just breaks the shutout. So it's 3-1, and we get an empty netter again. So it's another 4-1 win, as Jake Virtanen ices the game. So there you go. So we're gonna take a 2-0 series lead back home, as Evander Kane from Granlund from Horvat, and Kane from Horvat. So that first line definitely played great. And Virtanen from Fiala and Juho. Let's just check the stats so we can see who got multiple points. So Evander Kane had a 3-point night, Granlund had a 2-point night, Horvat had 2 points, Fiala 1 point, Juho 1 point, and Virtanen 1 point. So very good. What line was minus? Oh, the fourth line. Okay, that's not that bad. So the first star in this game, I don't know who it's going to be. Oh, it's Evander Kane. Thatcher Demko gets second star with 35 saves, and Mikael Granlund is the third star. So I guess I don't need to make any line changes yet, because we have been playing some good offense and defense too. Only allowing 2 goals in the first 2 games. Our AHL team should be making the playoffs as well. So if somehow we get eliminated in this first round, we will follow them probably to the draft or something like that. I don't know. I'll just save this quickly, just because this is some good hockey we're playing. So, and there you go. Okay. So, can we take a 3-0 lead and maybe sweep them on home ice in the next game? I think they're due for at least one good game, because their offense hasn't been good. So first period, and it's a scoreless first period, we outshoot them 11-6, but nobody gets on the board. So it looks like Gibson might be having one of those games where he plays good after letting in 4 goals. So second period, and yep, the Ducks have a 2-0 lead, as William Nylander and Jacob Larson make it 2-0 Ducks going into the third. So Looks like our first game on home ice in the playoffs might be a loss unless we could get 2 goals here in this third period. But getting 2 past Gibson is going to be pretty hard to do. Time's winding down too. Yeah, it looks like the Ducks are going to take this game and try and force a series out of it. Yep, 3-0 win for the Anaheim Ducks as our offense does not show up at all in this game. It showed up the last 2 games, but the Ducks just weathered the storm and get some goals. We took a lot of penalties in that game as 2 high-sticking calls, Nolan Patrick and Evander Kane. Mantha took a holding penalty, 2 more hooking penalties. Mantha again and Liljegren. Okay, let's just see. Wait, actually we don't want to check stats. Maybe we actually want to check plus minus, see what lines were badly minused in that game if there was one. Nope, there wasn't really any. A lot of players were just -1, so not the end of the world. 3 stars. Demko still gets second star of the game, even though he let in 2 goals in that game. So we didn't play bad defensively, but our offense just did not show up that game. So let's see if we could get another win here in these playoffs and go up 3-1, because or else maybe I might have to make some line changes. Let's send out our scout to the National League. AHL regular season has ended, so in our AHL team's first playoff game against Providence, they win 6-3. Good job, guys. Alexis Gravel must have had a decent game down there. Okay, let's see if we could take a 3-1 lead going back to Anaheim, guys. Because I don't want to have a tie series going back to Anaheim. First period, and the Ducks score first again is Corey Perry. Shots are 9-8, and once again we have no goals, so we have not scored a single goal on home ice yet in these playoffs. 4 straight periods without a goal. We need one here, guys. Second period, and there you go, 2 goals in that period. Anthony Mantha ties it up early, and then Alex Tuck on the 4th line gives us a 2-1 lead at the end of the second period. So let's just hold down the fort here in the third period and come out with another 4-1 win or 3-1 win. And we can't do it as Nick Ritchie ties the game up. Shots are around even. Both goalies have been playing the same, and it's a tied game. Come on, guys. There you go. Bo Horvat and Evander Kane, the first line, coming through with 2 late goals. And once again, we get 4 goals in a game. And we're going to take a 3-1 series lead headed back to Anaheim, which is what I wanted. So very good job, guys. Especially the first line for coming through at the end of the game. So first goal was Mantha from Patrick and Stetcher. Tuck from Theodore and Hintz. Horvat from Hutton and Boucher. And Evander Kane with his 3rd goal of the playoffs from Mantha and Horvat. So player stats, let's see who did what again. So Horvat and Mantha both 2 points. Boucher, Hintz, Hutton, Kane, Patrick, Stetcher, Theodore, and Tuck all with 1 point. The plus minus, only one player was badly minus, and that was Mikhail Granlund. He was a -2, and Evander Kane was a -1. So that might have been the 4-on-4 line, because I think they both play on 4-on-4 lines. So maybe our 4-on-4 isn't that good. And there's Demko's stats. No, I don't want to check Anaheim stats. I meant to go to 3 stars. So I guess this trade kind of worked out for us, because I told you guys before the series started, though, that we traded Goodbranson and Tanev both over to Anaheim a couple years ago in exchange for Liljegren and Theodore, and it seems to be working in our favor. So in this game, Mantha gets the first star with 2 points, and then Bo Horvat with 2 points, and Nick Ritchie with 2 points for the Ducks. Okay, guys, so we're going back to Anaheim, where we are 2-0 so far in these playoffs. Let's see if we could end them tonight, because I don't want to, I don't know, I just feel like we're due for a couple more losses, and I don't want to lose this 3-1 series. Like, we'll be on to round 2 for the first time in these playoffs, which would be pretty nice. So let's go with game number 5 in Anaheim. Yeah, in Anaheim. Let's see if we could get this done. And Kevin Fiala scores early. You know what, we're just going to slow sim this entire game. So Kevin Fiala scores less than a minute in, and the crowd is silent in Anaheim. And we're out shooting them 9-5, currently 10-5 now. So our offense is definitely showing up, and the Ducks are not getting anything done here in Anaheim. As Kevin Fiala with the only goal from a really bad angle, less than a minute in, and we have a 1-0 lead going into the second, and another early goal. Jake Virtanen, less than a minute in, makes it 2-0, but William Nylander answers for the Ducks to give their fans something to cheer about. We're still out shooting them badly, and we have a 1-goal lead. Just hold it down, guys. Yeah, we have like 10 more shots than them. That's pretty crazy. Okay, so we have a 2-1 lead going into the third now, as Virtanen with a goal and Nylander with a goal. Shots are 23-16 for us. Let's just keep it up, guys. Get another insurance goal, is that's what we need in this third period. And there's it is. Evander Kane makes it 3-1. So we should maybe have this game in the bag. We need maybe one more just in case. But time's winding down. The Ducks aren't going to have a chance to tie it up now. And it looks like we're going to be headed to round number 2 for the first time. Okay, maybe I shouldn't say it that early. Oh my god, I should not have said that early. What is this? We let in 2 goals in the last 2 minutes of the game, and the Ducks have a chance to ball bust us, I guess. We were out shooting them 33-25, but they get 2 goals in the last 2 minutes, as I was just saying. Ryan Getzlav with 1:45 left, and Ricard Raquel with 54 seconds remaining. Oh, that is a horrible one. Come on, guys. We still got to get it done in overtime. Overtime underway. Who's going to be a hero for us, guys? Evander Kane. He's been having a good first series. He's got like 4 goals. And he's scored, I think, almost in every single game in the playoffs so far, except for the first game, maybe. Penalty kill. That's a huge penalty kill. And, oh my god, you got to be joking. EA Voodoo shit, what the hell is this? Max Jones wins it for the Ducks, and the Ducks somehow come back and win it. See, that's why you gotta play a full 60 minutes. Like, our team was up 3-1, and then Getzlav pulls them within 1, and then 50 seconds later, Ricard Raquel ties the game up, and I'm like, shit. And then Max Jones wins it in overtime, and yeah, that's just an embarrassing game. One that we should have had. But we could end the series at least on home ice. So we didn't have that badly minus players. Liljegren was a -1. Kane, Granlund, and Breezeball. It seems like Granlund's always a minus something. Let's see the 3 stars. So Jake Virtanen gets first star with 2 points. Same with Fiala getting second star with 2 points. And then Max Jones with the overtime winner for the Ducks. Okay, so looks like we're going 6 games here, and the 6th game is at whatever the arena is called now, because I don't even remember what the name of this arena is. But we're looking to take a series win here on home ice, and our AHL team sweeps the Providence Bruins. Nice job. Alexis Gravel actually put up a shutout too, so we got to keep an eye out for Alexis Gravel and see how he's doing in the playoffs down there in the minors. Okay, so game 6. Come on, guys. This is the game we need to win, and Max Jones scores early. The guy that gets the overtime winner in the last game, scoring a greasy goal in the crease pretty much to open the scoring here in the first period. And we tied up at least, though. Evander Kane with 2:05 remaining continues his hot hand. That's his 5th goal, I believe, in these playoffs. Come on, guys. We need to have a win here. Second period, and it's still 1-1. I'm not liking this. Shots are similar. Scoring is similar, so it's just going to take one collapse by a defenseman, and somebody's going to take a lead. Penalty kill, good job. And there it is. Evander Kane with his 6th goal of the first round. 6th goal in 6 games. And we have a 2-1 lead. So is Evander Kane going to solely take out the Ducks just because of last game? Time's winding down. And we're going to defeat the Anaheim Ducks in 6 games and head to round 2 for the first time ever in this franchise mode. So Evander Kane from Horvat and Stetcher, and Kane from Granlund and Horvat. What a series Kane had. 6 goals in 6 games. First star goes to Thatcher Demko, then Evander Kane, and then John Gibson kept the Ducks in it till the end. So pretty decent series. we only had a couple hiccups, like that last game. That was really horrible. But so we are on to round number 2. So let's just check our player stats for round number 1. And then we'll see who we're up against in the next round. And then we'll take a look at the updated playoff tree, whoever's playing who and whatnot. So in the first round, let's sort by forwards first. So leader in goals, obviously, Evander Kane with 6 goals in 6 games. Then Jake Virtanen and Nolan Patrick both had 2, and everybody else had 1. Assist leader in the playoffs was Bo Horvat with 6 assists. Granlund, Patrick, Virtanen had 3, and Fiala had 2. And point leaders, so Horvat and Kane both 7 points. I guess they assisted on each other's goals, as you can see, 1 goal, 6 assists, and 6 goals, 1 assist. Then Virtanen with 5 points, Patrick with 5 points, Granlund 4, Fiala 3, Castles 2, Mantha 2. Chris Wyman didn't put up any points in his first playoff series, but he wasn't a minus player, so he wasn't playing bad defensively. He only actually had 5 shots in the entire series, so he's getting 1 shot a game. But at least he is getting some valuable experience, and he's growing in a lot of places, so that is good news. Let's check defensemen. So Troy Stetcher leading with 4 points, then Theodore 2 points, Hutton with 2 points, and Ulilevi and Breezeball only have 1 point. Kind of surprising Ulilevi didn't put up more points, but that's fine. Liljegren did not put up anything against his former team. Well, he never even played with them, actually, so that's that. Goaltender, Thatcher Demko played very nice in this first, second series I think he's ever played, as he had a 1.75 goals against average, 4-1-0, with a .941 save percentage. So that is good. So that is the first round wrap up. Let's see who we have to go up against in round number 2. Hopefully it's not someone too tough. Looks like the Calgary Flames, if I am not mistaken. Yep, it's going to be the Calgary Flames. So we have to play the Calgary Flames in round number 2 this time. Last time we played them in round number 1. During the regular season, their record was 49-29-4, which is pretty decent. Let's take a look at the updated playoff tree, and then we will see what the Calgary Flames lines look like, and then that will be it for this episode. So Dallas and San Jose, us in Calgary, but we have home ice. I know we don't have home ice. I don't know why it looks like that. Washington and Philadelphia. So Washington managed to out Pittsburgh in 7 games. Buffalo and the Rangers. Okay, interesting. So that's that. And also our AHL team is on round 2, so we have to just remember to keep an eye on Alexis Gravel and how our AHL team is performing. So let's go up to the first game of this second round, and let's take a look at the Calgary Flames lines. Last time we played them, they had a pretty nice first line, but the rest of the team wasn't that good. So their offense apparently is the same as us. They have better defense, but we have better goaltending. It's a pretty even series because 92-92 is the same, 91-90, and then 87-88. This is a dead even series, and it could go either way. So hopefully we are the team that comes through with a win and goes on maybe to our first Western Conference Finals. That'd be nice. So let's take a look at their lines. So view opponents. So first line, yep, it's still the same, I think. So they got Goudreau, Monahan, and Patrick Hornquist. So you got 88 sniper with a 2-way, 89, and another sniper who's a 90. And then the second line, you got Matthew Tkachuk, 87, so he's still growing, which is nice for them. Sam Bennett and Hunter Shinkaruk. So you got a power forward, playmaker, and a sniper. Interesting. Then their bottom 6, you got a grinder, a 2-way forward, and a 2-way forward. That's a nice defensive line. Michael Furland is 84, Backlund's 83, and Poya is pretty decent, 85. Then the fourth line, you got another grinder, a playmaker, and a 2-way forward. So all in all, I like their setup, though. Brouwer is only 83, though, and Spacek 82. Bailey's an 83 as well. A lot of older veterans on this team. TJ Brody and Dougie Hamilton are the first defensive pairing, 90 and 88. That's a very nice 1-2 punch. Rasmus Anderson is on the second line. He's pretty good as well, 87 overall. And then Nick Holden is really weak for that second defensive pairing, so maybe we'll be able to get goals past that second defensive pairing because of that, because Rasmus Anderson's an offensive defenseman, so if he's always in the offensive zone, leaves Nick Holden wide open to let in some goals. Then there's also Jyrki Paka and Giordano, who's probably in his last season. So kind of a weak defensive core on the bottom six, but other than that, it's nice. And then goaltending wise, they're pretty much similar to ours because we have an 87 and an 86. They have an 86 and an 85. So Brian Elliott is the starter and John Giles is their backup. Scratch, they have Michael Frolik and Simon Stransky, who they drafted 17th overall back in 2017. So anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of our Canucks GM mode. So next episode, we'll go into round number 2 against the Calgary Flames. So thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time.